What's up? What's up, Performance Marketer Nation? Today we're going to talk about a simple thing for people that are new to the business. I get a lot of questions on what to do, and people are looking about how to find their market, how to find their niche, how to build a product, etc. If you don't have a product, if you don't have a website, it's not a problem. I can get you to make $10,000 a month with my simple, proven method. Most people that are entrepreneurs have this ability to go out into the marketplace and find ways to make money. You're somebody that doesn't want to have this 9-to-5 job and live by somebody else's rules. So you want to come and figure out how to create your own destiny. You want to build a business, but you're not really sure what to do. You don't have a product. You don't have a website. You don't have much experience with online marketing, but you know that you want a change. It takes time to build that business. And it takes time to find your voice. It takes time to get you from a point where you can leave a job, where you can do something where you're generating revenue and you don't have all of this financial stress. Now, there's ways to do this where you can create cash flow and at the same time start to build your business. That's how I built my business. I created cash flow as I was building my core business. And then when my core business was big enough and my plan was in place, I was able to branch out and leave that behind. My main business is all around lead generation. Okay? I generate leads for other companies. I get paid for that lead. And then I also build my database. What I'm going to show you here today is a high-level framework on, one, how to build a lead gen business, what the model looks like, and two, how you could do this and execute on what I'm telling you about. First things first, lead generation, okay? Lead generation means that you're going to get somebody to sign up for something that's interested in a product or a service, and they're going to enter their information on a form of yours where you're going to capture their data. They're going to opt in and say, yes, I want that thing. You're going to then have a back-end buyer who you've already agreed that with the terms that they are going to purchase these leads based on whatever criteria you guys agree upon, and you're going to send those leads to that advertiser. Generate a lead for $1, have somebody on the back end who's willing to pay for that lead for higher than $1, $1.50, $2. There are a lot of people out in the world that have very successful businesses that don't know how to generate leads. They don't know how to generate quality leads. They don't know how to, and they don't want to. They want to pay somebody to do it. It's a huge business. That's how I built my business. That's how we make money today in my business. Whether you have your product or not, you still want to know how to generate leads, because once you understand how to generate leads, people always buy leads. It is recession proof. And the best part is, if something dries up, if an industry dries up and is no longer profitable, you take the framework that you are going to learn with my method, the beer method, and you apply it to a different industry and start generating leads for somebody else. And you can do this very simply by following these steps, okay? What you're going to do here is you're going to use my beer method, my platform, my surveys to now be able to generate those leads. Now, how do you sell them? You're going to have to prospect for buyers. And this is after you're figuring out what industry you want to play in. Okay? So I'm assuming you're going to know where you want to play, what industry, what you want to do, and I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to focus on you finding your buy side. Okay? And the beauty about this is you are going to sell these people the exact same way that I'm selling Survey Detective. All of the things that I'm explaining to people on why it's so valuable and why you should use it, I'm going to teach you. If I were to describe Survey Detective and why it differentiates from everybody else, it's ultimately helping businesses convert visitors into leads that will then convert into customers. You're going to do this by using very specific surveys to research, segment, target, and position their products online. You're going to explain to them. You're making a mistake if you're marketing one message to the entire universe, because everyone is not equal. We've talked about this. At the end of the day, when you sell your core offer, there could be a number of different objections, and you need to know which one you need to attack for each of your target markets. So that's why we segment, so that you can focus on whatever the major issues are. So if, for example, me promoting out in the marketplace to people that I want to join the Performance Marketer Club, the membership, some people might say they don't have any money to spend to do it. Some people might say they don't have any time to focus on it. Some people might say that they don't have any experience. So I would create 3 separate groups, and I would focus on someone not having money and what's the solution for that, someone not having time and what is my solution for that, and then somebody not having experience and what is my solution for that. And then I'm still going to, for all 3 of those, sell them on the membership at Performance Marketer and the Survey Detective platform. But the beauty is that all of this stuff that I'm working on, I'm going to teach you and show you and give you scripts on how to go out to the marketplace. So once you go out and you find your buy side, let's say you want to generate leads for a Tony Robbins offer. Now you can do it for a coach, or you can do it for a big brand. We do it for big brands like Hotels.com, Expedia. We have tons of surveys with Walmart, the M&Ms, so many different brands. You know, we were the agency of record for RealH.com back in the day. Huge list. We helped with the customer acquisition for that. But the point is that I never had a product, I never had a website, and I was generating millions and millions of dollars. What I was doing was I was generating leads for businesses that already had their product. They had their website destination. So I didn't focus there. I focused on just finding people that want to buy that product, buy that service. All you need to do is find buy side. Once you find your buy side, then you will go through my process. And what I'm thinking about is maybe some certification. So certification to be a survey detective. And all that means is you know how to use my platform and you know how to do it with my proven method. And then what you're going to do is you're going to build the survey with their help, by the way. You're going to then get traffic to the surveys. And by doing so, you're going to start to generate leads. Okay, so in this scenario, the way that this will work from a model would be that you are going to charge your buy side a certain number. So let's call this $2 per lead. And then your goal here is to generate leads for less than $2, of course. In addition to that, you are also going to build up your database and build your asset, right? You structure this up front, but this is your flow. Now, in some scenarios, you may not keep the leads, but you want to try to structure it that you can so that you're building your database, right? But bottom line is, if you can generate a lead for $1, then obviously 2 minus 1 is $1 net. And if you're doing this where you're generating, to make over $10,000 with one client, you need to generate about 335 leads a day. 335 leads per day. The deals that you can structure, they're all very different. I'll give you an example of that. I was talking to someone earlier. He was explaining to me that he represents a company where they are going to scale to about $800,000 in spend, right? And he said when that happens, his fee will be $78,000. Okay? Sounds like a pretty good monthly fee, right? Well, one, if you're spending 800 grand, you're going to be spending a lot of time on that business. And two is, if someone's spending $800,000, it's working. So in the same scenario, we're charging them $2 per lead, right? So what's going to happen is you're going to generate 400,000 leads for them. Okay? Now, if you did this where you generated those leads at $1, your cost would be $200,000. Your net on this would be plus $200,000. The person I was speaking to is like, oh, we're gonna get 78 grand for a retainer fee. That's awesome, man. But you're leaving $122,000 a month on the table, right? If you multiply that times 12, you're talking about what, like $1.6 million in net profit? $1.6 million, something like that. 122 times 12, right? It's definitely north of $1 million. There's ways to do it where you can set a deal up where there's not as much risk on the front end, add value, right? Your expertise is, you know how to take this entire method and do it for them, right? You're gonna generate leads for them. You're gonna then segment these leads. You're then going to create custom messaging with them. And their conversion rates are going to go up. Their whole business is going to change. And they may not want to do it, right? And for you, once you do it a few times and you start to get the hang of it, it's turnkey, right? Like I said earlier, one market ends, you just take that same method and you bring it to another business and start generating leads for them. What you really want to do is you want to kick butt on one industry, find a way to manage that, and then go find another client. And then go find another client. And then go find another client. Because at the end of the day, people always need leads. It's not about just leads, it's about quality leads. It's about leads that will convert into customers. If you're not sure what you want to do, you just need to understand the process and use my platform to be able to start off by generating leads for established businesses, people that have huge budgets. When we talked about the Tony Robbins offer, the reason why I bring that up is because if I can get him to agree upon a cost per lead, and normally when you do this, you have a conversation, a discovery call, you try to get down to what can he pay per lead? What is he paying today per lead? Well, if he's not using this method, I can tell you that whatever he's paying per lead, you're gonna be able to outperform him. So if he's out there, let's say he can afford to pay $10 a lead, well, you're gonna be able to find people at a much cheaper rate, so you can charge him less. You could charge him maybe, say $7. Why not? Give him $3 off. Let's say $7, right? And now, can you go out and generate leads for less than $7? You know that answer is likely yes, right? Because surveys dramatically increase click rates, conversion rates, surveys, assessments, quizzes, all that good jazz. You create some curiosity, you follow my method, and you're gonna be able to generate a ton of leads. The beauty of this is you might find people that he's never spoken to because you're going and meeting them where they are rather than waiting. And why I bring up Tony Robbins is if I start to generate leads for Tony Robbins and I can then make a profit on the back end with the leads, I'm also building up a database of entrepreneurs who are relevant for my business, right? So I'm starting to build up a database of people that might use my platform or join the club, take the master class, take my trainings, want to learn how to do this, right? The more proof of concept I have, the more the ball's gonna just start to snowball. You don't need products, you don't need a website. You really don't need all that stuff. And you can learn how to generate leads because you're gonna need to know how to do that anyway for your own business. But when you do, it's recession proof. And you'll be able to do this in a way where you can build your business and you could also generate revenue at the same time. You wanna make $10,000 a month? Learn my proven method. I'm gonna show you how to prospect for buyers. We're gonna get you certified, which is you taking a training through Survey Detective. And that's gonna involve you building surveys, getting traffic to the surveys, generating leads, building the asset, selling it to your back-end buyers, and voila. I'm telling you, if you're somebody that knows how to buy traffic already, then you're even a step ahead. If you understand someone that does Facebook ads, you know how to buy ads on Google with PPC, all that good jazz, you're gonna be able to generate leads at a much lower rate than what advertisers are doing. This sells, this works, and you're gonna start to build a massive business. Bottom line is, for anybody that's trying to start out and not really sure what to do, this is a perfect step for you to be able to generate $10,000 a month, generating 335 leads a day. And I'm telling you guys that is extremely easy once you get going. Okay, the way you're going to be doing this, the clicks, the front end curiosity, it is going to skyrocket very quickly for you once you get it. Just wanted to go over that because I know I've been talking to people that are in the space and they're not really sure what to do, and they start throwing things out there and just listening to what people are telling them and thinking that's the right way to go. Write a book, do a webinar, but they're not really sure what they want, or they're not passionate about it, right? So at the same time, then let's start to teach you something where you can generate revenue while you're figuring it out. And that's lead generation, guys. Leads, companies always need leads. Otherwise, keep trucking, keep working hard, and don't forget, it's okay to fail. You're gonna fail. So just get started. All right, be well, guys. Bye-bye.